People who have cheated before, why did you do it? Having a lot of fear of commitment and the finality of my decisions, but a lot of insecurity too. Wherever it stems from, my infidelity never felt good or like being a player or anything. It always felt like a cushion for the fear of being left by myself, losing a person who I invested everything of myself and my feelings into and seeing them go. It's like opening windows on the off chance you need to crawl out of one someday. But so often, like I did, you realize too late that you invested so much of yourself into them anyway, and when you get tossed out of that window, partner ended it and kicked me out in my case, you realize you're in a skyscraper. I hurt a lovely, wonderful person who I loved very much, wanted to build a life with, got a dog with, moved in with, moved to California with, and shared beautiful moments with, and who was just as afraid of abandonment as I was. The only difference is she chose me, and I couldn't see why. But even if I didn't like myself, I knew far too late that she was the best thing to happen to me in a long, long time, and she had to go even if it crushed me, and I begged her to stay. I only hope that she's happy, wherever she is, being the best thing to ever happen to somebody else who loves themselves enough to treat her the way she always deserved. We don't decide how we get shaped by life and its traumas and tragedies, but the simple truth is that when you want all of somebody's love, you need to give all of yours. It's a crazy fucking investment, a total leap of faith, but when it's real, it's worth every moment. I was the other man, but she told me specifically why. They were an influencer-type power couple and they had a dead bedroom, no sex in 5 years, and then she found out he was cheating with a paralegal at his firm. They had a huge fight and he angrily told her that she should go find someone to sleep with, assuming she wouldn't. I ran into her the next day and just talked with her and she broke down. 90% of it initially had to do with me simply being kind to her when she was at a really low point. But she said it morphed into the fact that I treated her like a vibrant and attractive woman and met her needs. She compared it to drug addiction, to which she had no actual frame of reference, because she had been missing that for so long. They ultimately sorta worked things out, but every Saturday for 5 months she was at my house all afternoon, and sometimes on Sunday. Not me, but my ex and my mother. They both cheated a lot and for the same reasons. They were incredibly self-conscious and insecure. They didn't even have to really like the people they cheated with. They just craved the attention. When someone liked them and made them feel good, it gave them confidence. Saying no would have ended their confidence boost, and they were always too afraid to say no. I've watched them both cry their eyes out because they don't want to be cheating, but they felt completely out of control. They felt like horrible people, and rightly so. They were both people pleasers, always afraid to say no to anything and everything, and that escalated when anyone would come on to them. As far as I saw, they hated themselves so much that they felt they needed these outside sources to make them feel whole. Understanding why my ex cheated so much made me view him as a human. He's still my roommate and best friend, and he's currently in a wonderful relationship where he's been completely monogamous and hasn't cheated, and I'm very proud of him for working on himself. Cheating fucking sucks, it hurts. But trying to see it from a human perspective can sometimes take the pain away. I've never cheated on my husband, nor would I ever cheat on him. However, after my college boyfriend and I broke up, I was convinced true love didn't exist. I never cheated on him, but he did on me. So after that I made sure I wasn't going to be hurt again. That all I needed, sex, love and money. As long as they didn't meet, life was good. I would always cheat right away, so I never felt like I could be truly hurt by whoever I was with. Then I met my now husband. It was the weirdest thing. I came home and just knew he was the one. I broke it off with all my other flings and deleted my dating apps, etc. This was after the first date 8 years ago. I accepted that if I get hurt, it's a risk I'm willing to take because I just had a feeling that I found my soulmate. Anyways, I'm sure everyone says once a cheater, always a cheater, but I really don't think that's true. I think hurt people, and we could all benefit from therapy. Not me, but my wife kind of did. It's a long story. She was sexting a guy left over from her account that she no longer does. Found out she had been sexting him for, 6 or 8 months. When I confronted her about it, she said a bunch of things that sounded like BS. Said I didn't make her feel wanted in a certain way, which was odd to me because I felt like we were pretty sexually active and I'm constantly telling her how pretty she was and how hot she is. That's the really short version, missing I'm sure a lot of context, but I'm at work and really kind of took this post as an opportunity to tell someone because I think about it all the time. What possibly was sexting this guy giving her that I don't? All they did was sext, it wasn't like they were having deep conversations. Also a bummer because she said she was into sexting him because she knew it wasn't real and admitted to not being into it with me at all. Y'all know how it feels to try sexting with your wife for years, always kind of knowing she's not really into it, only to find out she's super into it with a random person? It hurts to this day. Anyway, we're still together and we've worked it out. I apologize for snooping through her phone because I felt disgusting the entire time. Also vowed to myself I'd never go through her phone again, so there's honestly nothing stopping her from doing it again. Ike. I love her and we have a great marriage, but it does suck that I have this to think about all the time. Also a bummer because I used to be into sexting just a bit when we're apart because it was fun and I'm really attracted to her, but could always tell she just kind of wanted to get it over with. Now I'll never be able to do that with her because I'll always think back to that experience. I also get to think about all the meanings behind her being into sexting with him, never me really. Which obviously leads to a bit of insecurity on my end about whether or not she's attracted to me. She says she is, but she's my fucking wife lol. Of course she's going to say that, and if it's a lie, she's taking it to the grave I'm sure. Anyways, it was kind of nice getting this out honestly. Haven't talked to anyone about it but her. I was in a long-term relationship and it was everything you could ask for. Literally everything: beautiful girl, great relationship, incredible sex, future etc. I was a gym bro competitive bodybuilder and was in a lot of gear. None of that is an excuse and I cheated on her quite a lot for about 6 months with the same person who knew I was cheating but she didn't care. I'm so regretful of it, I hate myself for it, I literally hurt someone for a nut and I am disgusted in myself. 5 years later I got with another girl after realizing I shouldn't be with anyone as I was toxic. Within a month I cheated on her and realized I am just a scummy dirtbag that doesn't deserve someone emotionally, so I admitted it before we got to serious, took a slap and obviously went separate ways. 3 years I met someone that I thought was the best thing ever. Over the course of our 2-year relationship I went round some girls I met about 6 times just for fun and decided it was time for a lot of intense therapy. Currently single, going to remain single probably forever because being like this and risking hurting someone isn't fair. Why did I cheat? Because I was a slimy prick that didn't respect my partners. Do I regret it? Daily. Will I do it again? No, because I will stay single. If you ever think about cheating, honestly don't do it, it fucks up your soul.